Welcome to week 6. Congratulations on making it so far. This course has been an interesting one in that we haven't really gotten hands-on with very much in the way of technology. We've been talking about information systems, but the only information system you've been using is really the learning management system that you use for the course. And that kind of work can be very challenging for some people. And I want you to know that I appreciate everything that you've put into it. You know, if we look back over the discussions from week to week, they've been deep. You've put thought into them. You've responded to posts from each other and interacted and engaged with one another in a really solid academic manner. And I've just really been impressed with your work this term. Now I want to take a couple of minutes to talk about your research paper, which is due this week. I want to clarify a couple of things. There have been some questions already about the requirements. And I'm actually going to look at the requirement paper and pick out a couple of things that I want to highlight. First of all, so there's no lack of clarity, this paper includes all of your previous milestones for the project. So don't leave anything out. It all goes into your final assignment. And your submission is a minimum of 1,500 words. There's been some confusion in some of the directions that you've been given. 1,500 words is the minimum. It is APA style. And APA style is more than just how you format citations. APA style has to do with the page format, the font choice, your use of a running head. So if you're unfamiliar with APA style, I recommend you doing a quick Google for an APA style guide and look for page formatting and all of the other things. The 1,500 word minimum, by the way, does include everything, including title page, headers, all of that stuff. All right, as I'm looking at the requirements here, the first bulleted item, and this is very important, and actually I don't expect this to be a problem with this class. The first bulleted item says, your paper must be written in an objective and substantive manner. And my interpretation of that, and as I'm grading your papers, what I'm going to be looking for is that you're using the third person and not the first. I don't want to hear about your opinion or I this or I think that. This is an academic paper and therefore needs to be written in the third person, which is part of what puts it in an objective tone. And you are to avoid opinions as much as possible. If you have something to state that is based upon your experience with what you've found, make sure that your statements are backed up by some kind of external support. And you know what, for this particular course, for this assignment, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem at all. This is fairly straightforward. The requirements also state that you are to use at least 6 relevant scholarly or professional journal articles written in the last 5 years. And I will be examining your citations for those criteria. As an instructor, that's kind of an easy thing for me to do, is to go in there and tick off things like APA style and the number of citations that you've used and what the nature of those citations are. So make it easy for me to grade the content of your paper rather than these external or supplemental requirements. Okay, I'm not going to go into things much further than that. This has been a terrific class, and I have high expectations for how you're going to do on your final paper. So good luck. If you have questions, post them first in the discussion board rather than emailing me. And actually, the week 6 discussion board. So it's right there in front of everybody. We're all in that week 6 discussion throughout the week, and I want you to take advantage of that, even if it's off topic, if it's about the paper or if it's about other requirements. The only exception is that if you have a question specifically about your grades, what shows up in the gradebook for you, don't post that in a discussion board. Send that to me directly by email or reach out to me by some other manner. Otherwise, good luck, and I will see you online.